stripes and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stay on this red line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, he'll pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey, hey.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. To the republic for which it stands.
Well, good evening, Erie County. Here we are, Wednesday night. Time flies when you're having fun. It just seems like we just talked yesterday, and we didn't even do a Monday show. But hey, we want to put out stuff. It's important. We got we got folks. We got more folks watching and listening. We got Lance, Stan, April. Yeah, that's who I got so far on the roll call. Thank you all for coming out. It sees all the other channels are starting to warm up. Right now, Facebook's winning, so we're live on Facebook. That's always good. I haven't done anything this week that I know of to get banned. But hey, Gwen, there's Matt. Let's see, Matt changed his little header there. It's Matt for city council controller. We'll have to have Matt come on the show sometime. We'll talk about what it is the controller does. A lot of people don't even know what a controller does, but the controller in a nutshell is it's the guy that watches the monies. And I'll tell you what, in the city of Erie, they need a good controller. There's Linda, Jody. Yeah. So everyone's coming in. So we'll have to get more in depth with Matt about the controller's position. I know what the controller does because on county council, we had to deal with our controller. And it's if you don't have a good controller, it's like the fox watching the chicken coop. I mean, really, it is. Hey, Kim Lauren, thanks for coming in tonight. Appreciate that. And we weren't creeping at you on the club the other day, I promise. Yes, we were. We were there making faces and stuff. And Joe, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Let's see the gang's all popping in here nice and early. Oh. Hi, Dave.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
It is granted, sir, and I salute you.
Beautiful.
And how are you doing?
What's going on? Anything?
Well, I don't know, man. You're the boots on the ground reporter from the city of Erie, man. You're the guy that tells us what's going on in the city. You're always sending me good news clippings from the Erie Times National Enquirer.
Well, I see that our illustrious mayor was at the Rotary today.
What was going on there?
Another function for Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, someone had a camera probably.
Yeah, yeah. There was a camera involved. Too bad they don't take some cameras on these streets in the city and check out some of these holes. I'll come over. I don't know what it is, but I came over Liberty Street today, going north on Liberty from 26th. I believe it was from 26th, or was it from 38th to 26th? No, it was from 38th to 26th. It looked to me like they got some big holes, big potholes where the road is heaved. It looked like they dumped dirt in them.
They did.
They did. Out from like a big mound.
Yeah,
even with grass in it.
Yeah, Brenda says somebody was filling them up with dirt and had grass in it. So yeah.
Ah, well then she's seen the same thing then.
Well, she's driving around in town, so she gets to see it. I came across East Lake Road right by Hammermill. I swear I was driving a street in Iraq. I mean, it's that bad. It's that bad. And then I was coming across East 6th Street. Can someone please just walk outside and pick the 15 beer cans times 20 up? I mean, I understand those are rental properties. I understand that people don't care, but could you just take a little pride and maybe pick some of the garbage up out of the front yard? Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Don't hold your breath. It ain't going to happen.
Right.
But anyways, speaking about this controller deal, I spoke to somebody just today. I'm not going to give no names out. And he said that this person said he's going to run for controller.
Really?
And, yeah. And he also mentioned Mr. Chucky.
Mr. Chucky.
About Chucky running for controller.
Yes.
Now, Chuck, from what he told me, I'm just, like I said, I didn't quite get the whole gist of what he was trying to explain to me because it's a little beyond my pay grade, but it has something to do with this. Like Chuck is playing chess. He doesn't play checkers like I do.
Right.
He plays chess. He's looking one or two steps ahead.
Right.
This has something to do with the home rule charter if and when he wins the controller's position. He explained, sort of told me about it. I didn't quite get it, though.
Well,
but it has something to do. It's tied into this home rule charter business that the city wants to institute.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. I think they shot that down, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Well, it's not dead yet. Okay. No, it's not dead yet. That's coming up. They shot it down. From what I understand, from what I watched, is they tabled it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's going to be emerging again because there wasn't enough time supposedly to look at this on this upcoming the May primaries.
Right.
So they tabled it, and it's going to be brought up again in one of these other elections. But according to this person, I'm not going to mention no names. Chucky is playing chess, looking one or two or three steps ahead. It has something to do with this home rule charter.
Well,
now, I don't know what it involves in, but it's something to do. It's probably some, you know how these Democrats are, the way they manipulate the system.
Follow the money. Well, yeah, because that's what Erie County government is under the home rule charter. And the home rule charter, we have a controller. And then, of course, in the city, they have a controller, obviously. And it's
Mhm.
funny how the city council put together a big pay raise for the controller. So
Yeah.
Chuck voted on his potential raise. Isn't
Mhm.
that nice if he gets that job? Because Matt's gonna he's announced on social media, he hasn't announced on the news that he's gonna be running on the Republican side. So that's
Right.
good. So but we
Yeah.
need someone to primary Chucky on the Democrat side.
Right. This is somebody that's a Democrat going to primary Chucky.
Good. Jimmy the Boots. Thanks for coming in here, Jim. There's all
That's
kinds of folks popping in here. But yeah, I get that. Dems manipulate the system, say it ain't so, Gino. Where's Gino? Gino's in here. Did you say hi, Gino? I didn't see you. But that's
Ooh,
good.
Gino.
Yeah, that's what someone just said hi to Gino. And I'm like, I was
Oh.
watching and doing this stuff. So it was like, yeah, that's I wouldn't put it past them any way, shape, or form. I mean, they're manipulators. We get that. And
Yeah, because they have to, and then they also have to appoint some board or something for this, this home rule charter to figure out if it's good, bad, or ugly.
I don't get it. I mean, you already have you have the mayor, you have city council, you have all this infrastructure already up and running. It's been running this way since the creation of time. Leave it up to the Democrats to come in and want to flip it upside down and rebrand it the way they think it should be, not the way it's supposed to be. I mean, look what's going on in Mill Creek. That's all it is: rebrand, tear down, redo. And that's why they're going to have. I think Dan out in Mill Creek is he's really going to get his backside kicked because of this whole
Well,
rebranding of everything.
maybe Chuck is. No, I don't know. I'm just assuming this. I don't know. Like I said, what was explained to me, but if he's laying some groundwork with some of these council people, could it be possible that if he wins the election for city controller, and then they have to put people in on some kind of a commission to study this? Could it be that a city controller, could they be on that commission?
No, I doubt it. I mean, it's
No.
possible, but I mean, hey Josh, they basically do what they want to do because it's the way they want it done. But when you have a group come together on a study, they're supposed to be neutral and impartial. I mean, just look at Jasmine getting $10,000 from a nonprofit. That's supposed to be neutral, fair, and impartisan. But it isn't going to happen because she's a city council person.
But
Yeah.
but isn't it now? Mill Creek just went through this,
Yeah.
through their change of deal, and those people had to go on the ballot.
Right.
Well, could a sitting city controller, go on the ballot to be on that study commission? I mean, to be on the ballot, just to be on that commission,
Yeah. It's
like in Mill Creek?
It's possible, but I'm not a lawyer either. And
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But a city councilman couldn't be.
No, unless they want to, and then they just break the rules are irrelevant anyway. They just do what they want anyway.
I'm just trying to, like I said, it was explained. It wasn't explained to me, but there's some
Right.
shenanigans,
Yeah.
from what I understand, regarding being, Mr. Mr. Nelson wanting to be a city controller. Other than the pay raise, they're getting the big money.
Well, it's a full-time job,
Right.
full city benefits,
Right.
pension,
But
and then he is basically an elected official that can walk around the city and look at me. I'm the controller.
right.
Because I know what the county controller does. He's barely in his office, for God's sake. You look at any Democrat function that goes on in the city or county, there he
Mhm.
is. There's Kyle Faust on the payroll at political functions. He was at Pretzel's campaign kickoff, in front of the courthouse. How can
Oh, Fauci
yeah.
was.
Oh, of
Oh,
course he was.
Faust. Yeah,
Faust,
yeah,
yeah. Faust is the county controller.
yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. It's politics. Like I hate to steal Breton's stuff, but I asked him. He's like, Brian, you use that until you run out of oxygen. Erie doing Erie stuff.
Erie doing Erie stuff. I heard it the other day on
Yeah,
Mr. Natali show.
yeah. I was gonna pull up the audio from the show and just play a snippet, where Brenton Davis calls out Jasmine for taking that.
Oh,
Yeah, right towards the end of the show, he
yep,
calls her out right on the Joe Natale show for
I
taking
heard
that
that.
10 grand. And of course, Joel backed, Jasmine up because I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to pull my punch and be nice, but he defended her, and I'm going to leave it at that. It's
Yeah.
the proof's in the pudding. It's there. It's up there. You make your decision on what you do. I know what I did with that show, and I only listened to it barely. I listen to Mondays when Dean's on, and when
The
Brent Davis.
guru.
Yeah, the Harbor Creek Township Supervisor, political guru.
Yeah.
I can't even spell guru.
So anyway, that's about all I got to report.
Thank you.
Other than the roadways are
Oh,
absolutely
shit. It's going to be
atrocious in
horrible.
the city.
Yeah, it's going
You
to
know what
be.
I think happened? This is my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. I probably am. But now during the summer when it's nice and 85 degrees out, 80 degrees, real nice weather, springtime, the birds are chirping, the skies are blue. The roads had all these little cracks in them.
Yeah.
I'm going back a couple years now. So the city they probably never did too much for those cracks, those little cracks in the road. And subsequently, we had 2-3 years of nice weather. So really, nothing happened to the roadways during those mild winters that we had.
Right.
But now this year,
Yeah.
we're getting back to a little bit of more of a normal winter. The bay's frozen and such, the lake. And you get the old freeze-thaw cycle, and the roads are just cracking up like you wouldn't believe. I'm thinking the chickens are coming home to roost because the city didn't do anything all those summer and spring days, the previous summers, maybe 2 summers ago.
Right.
And we never noticed it, in the winter because the winters weren't that bad. They weren't normal. Let's put it that way. They were little global warming, I guess you want to call it that.
Yeah, my driveway's cement, and I have a little bit of heaving going on.
Oh, yeah.
We know they move. They're designed to move, but we definitely did notice some movement in our driveway because it's been cold, then warm. That puts out water down there. It freezes. It's worse than a hydraulic jack.
That's the freeze-thaw cycle, and the city didn't do nothing about these cracks.
Nope. Well,
for the last 2, maybe 3 years, and we got away with it because had fairly mild winters, so you never noticed. There was a few potholes, but not many. But now,
right.
I see them all over the place. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh no, you're absolutely right. And and you guys in the city pay horrible taxes, and you have shitty roads. I was up in the Glenwood Hills area. I mean, those houses are pushing $5 $1 million homes, and the roads are horrible. I mean, my little $100,000+ house in Harbor Creek, my roads are just fine. You go up there to the schmancy fancy houses, you need an SUV bigger than mine to get through there. And I can't believe the people aren't out there screaming at the mayor to get these roads fixed. I would love to know what they pay in taxes up there for those houses.
Well,
unbelievable.
Where's this money going? Just like what Trump has been finding out with this USAID. Where's the city money going to? DEI, Brock,
well,
some of these other people.
Well, Kim Hunter sent me a video. Chuck Nelson was talking about the creative financing that they're doing with the Eagle's Nest for the bishop. I think what his brand new GMC and his Corvette. What does he need, like a Viper or something?
Oh, he don't have a GMC. I heard he has one of those. Which are the ones I like? The T-Rex, the TRX, the Dodge.
Well, then he got rid of
the big ones.
He must have got rid of it because I know I was at the Erie Club and he pulled in and it was a GMC Denali.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, maybe he got rid of that.
Maybe he's got 2 of them. I don't know. He's got a Monday car, Tuesday car.
Those are like 800-900 horsepower.
Yeah, they're little.
They're TRXs.
Yeah, they're like little race cars, race trucks.
Yeah, but they're trucks, But,
gotcha. But man,
people, that's what they need. They need that money. Heck with the roads. Just take care of DEI and all this other crap, what's it, LBGD or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I don't know. According to President Trump, that stuff's all gone on the federal level, so I don't even know what that is.
Federal level, but it's still here in the city, believe me.
Oh, I know. Well, but I've always said this. The city of Erie is 10 to 15 years behind the curve. Always behind the curve on everything. So we'll see. Looks like Trump wants to. I heard some chatter coming out of the White House. I can't validate it in any way, shape, or form that they're going to flip Gay Pride Month to Gay Pride Day and make it a Veterans Month, way it should be.
Don't hold your breath.
I will, because under this administration, I will hold my breath.
What you mean for
flipping
the federal?
It? Yeah, the federal. They're the ones that.
Oh, the federal made
that.
Yeah, under this. Yeah, but I'm talking about the city. I thought you were talking about the city.
Could care less. They don't care about us. All they take is as you were talking on. Brenton was talking on the show the other night. They double dip. To get all this monies in here, and then you got the Four Stooges on county council. What was Copenhagen's that was his stepping stone when he was running for the county's going to pay their fair share in the city. My God, we gave them $7 million when I was there of ARPA funding on top of the $75 million they already got. We got $55 million. So that's the only reason that those counties are in there. And Drexel has done nothing for his district other than show up to Perry Wood. I mean, I've had that on my social media, and it's picking up. I had over 4,000 views on that one. Why is the chairman of the Board of Elections openly endorsing candidates?
Right.
That stinks. It stinks worse than Jasmine's quagmire.
Yeah.
But say they're Democrats and they walk around like they own the place, and we look at them cross-eyed. You're Nazis. You're racist. No, I'm questioning you, and that's my job.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm going to get off. Let someone else get on.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for your boots on the ground report live from downtown Erie, Lower East Side.
Have a good one.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, bye.
I love Dave's reports, man. He is on the Lower East Side, and I've got my reporters. I got Dave, I've got Kim, and now I've got Matt. Matt's been sending us really good videos to play on here, so I appreciate that, Matt and Gwen. We appreciate your support. And this is how we gather stuff for the show. Don't be afraid. If you see something, say something. Remember, we've heard that before. Shoot me a text. Shoot me the video on Instant Messenger. Brenda and I will look at it. She's the keeper of the videos. So, Brenda, let's go ahead and throw up a video. If you got one ready. Got a lot of stuff.
On Gaza, the president has spent basically his entire public career criticizing foreign entanglements, nation building, sending American troops to fight abroad, particularly in the Middle East. This plan seems like it could ultimately involve all of those things. Can you explain this reversal and how building and owning Gaza squares with America First foreign policy?
I would reject the premise of your question that this forces the United States to be entangled in conflicts abroad. The president has not committed to putting boots on the ground in Gaza. He has also said that the United States is not going to pay for the rebuilding of Gaza. His administration is going to work with our partners in the region to reconstruct this region. And let me just take a step back here, because this is an out-of-the-box idea. That's who President Trump is. That's why the American people elected him. And his goal is lasting peace in the Middle East for all people in the region. And as I said in my opening remarks, we've had the same people pushing the same solutions to this problem for decades. And it's been made very clear to the president that the United States needs to be involved in this rebuilding effort to ensure stability in the region for all people. But that does not mean boots on the ground in Gaza. It does not mean American taxpayers will be funding this effort. It means Donald Trump, who is the best deal maker on the planet, is going to strike a deal with our partners in the region.
He did not rule out American troops in Gaza last night. Are you doing that now?
I am saying that the president has not committed to that just yet. He has not made that commitment, and you know that.
And on the
There she is. I'm telling you, she is 10 times the spokesperson than her predecessor. I mean, she just gets it. I mean, this lady, she graduated from college with a major in communication and politics, and she has been she was the assistant to Trump's former press person. So she's Kim, sorry about that. I was playing a video. Go ahead and you can call back. I'll answer this time. I promise. And that putting a new idea out there because what we do every time for decades works so well. Right. And just like I steal Breton's thing. Erie doing Erie stuff. Erie doing Erie stuff. And that's exactly what's got us in this quagmire. That's why we used to have 140,000 people. Now we're down into the 90s. We used to have blue collar jobs that people could buy a house, buy a car, raise a family, and now we want to make everything a hotel motel. Just a $10 an hour job. You know, Lance. Yeah, just these jobs don't raise a family, and then you have to leave. The brain drain. We have all these colleges. We got all these fancy schmancy colleges in this town, and they're they leave. They leave, and we used to be able to get if you worked at Hammermill. I don't know. You messed up and you got fired. Your uncle would get you a job somewhere else. Well, those days are long gone. We've tried. And if you watched Bretton Davis on the Joe Natale show, of course, Horton and the gang and Pretzel, they're they want money to go into DEI and help the people. Well, here, this is probably one of the nicest things I'm ever going to say about Josh Shapiro. Josh Shapiro's budget is basically reflecting what Bretton Davis has been saying about we need economic development. We need to come together. We need to put people to work because when they go to work, they buy homes, they buy vehicles, they go to Home Depot and buy drywall. And I'm not an economist, but it just makes common sense. Sorry about that, Kim. We were playing a video from our amazing press secretary.
I think there's a little bit of a delay. That's
Yeah,
what
it
the problem
happens. Yeah,
is.
there is a delay. They put a couple seconds delay. Just it's the internet. It's amazing how it all works. But yeah. So
Yeah.
what you got going on?
Well, I wanted to answer Dave's question about the roads because that's one of the things I'll be campaigning on is to give the citizens and everybody who visits Erie safe, secure, drivable roads. And there is a pavement out. It's called perpetual pavement. And it is a very, very cheap solution. And this pavement is flexible and it's guaranteed to last over 20 years. And it's made for snowy climates and it's wonderful. And so when the plows go over it, the pavement actually moves with them and so forth. And you will not get potholes and all this other stuff. Why Erie does not take science into consideration and research these things, I do not know. And so that is something that I'm going to push for when I get elected. So that way our roads will be drivable again and safe again. And so I just wanted to give him an answer to what I was planning on doing with the roads. And it's called perpetual pavement. Anybody who wants to can look that up. It's a great product, and other areas have used it.
Yeah,
the other thing is, did you know there was a bomb threat yesterday at the Walmart on the east side?
I saw that. Yeah, I did. It was there was social media. Of course, there's people on Facebook, doing Facebook lives about oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, Kim, you're absolutely right. Science and logic. We don't do that here.
I just want to make sure everybody knew, so I wouldn't be accused of skewing
You're right.
the stats.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. That's a good tag. That might be a hashtag you might need to adopt. Skewing the facts.
Skewing the facts. Yes, it was called in at 1:36 yesterday, and the Walmart was closed until 6 a.m. this morning. So if anybody had gone to the Walmart on the east side and wondered why it was closed, that's why it was closed. But our good men in blue, were on it and took care of it, making us safe as always. So a big shout out there to our Erie Police Department. We love them and we appreciate them.
Yeah. Well, they can go out there and fight crime. They can solve murders. They can stop shootings, but just do it on your regular shift because there's no overtime. Don't do that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And, so we got to be careful about that. A big congratulations to Major Daryl Owens, who got sworn in yesterday. And I could be wrong on the title. It's a lot of words. So I know Harrison's
It's a
listening. He
lot
can
of
correct me when I'm
words.
wrong. I believe the title is Deputy Assistant Secretary to the VA, appointed by President Trump. So we want to give him a big shout out, let him know how proud we are of him and what a great job he'll do. And it's nice for us folks in Erie to have him in that position because we know how lagging we are in veteran services here.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I was just on social media and I saw, gee, go, let me put my shock face on. The mayor and all his cronies are up there breaking ground at the VA for another edition.
yes, yes, I know
Saw
about
that.
that.
I know.
And so, if you guys have a huge problem getting your services or something, Brian and I have a direct line to the major. So let us know because if he knows exactly what the problem is, this man will jump on it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been on the show. He's a friend of the show. He's a local guy. Him and his wife are patriots, and you can catch him on social media. He is. We've known about this promotion, but we've been sworn to double secret squirrel stuff that we were allowed to say anything until his promotion was official. I mean, just a normal guy, smart guy, from I think it was from Waterford and going to the big show, and he will make an impact. He will change the gauges,
Yes,
and especially his timing is amazing under the Trump administration, where I think they're going to get what they need. You know,
right. And his wife, I did not know this. She is in the U.S. Air Force, a lawyer, and she's in military intelligence. So, I mean, just a great power couple. And their hearts are here with us in Erie. So, if they hear of a problem going on with a veteran not being able to get services, I'm telling you what, they will jump on it and they will take care of us. So, a great resource for us to have.
yeah.
Um, let me see.
Harrison Dunn just put up a little fact: 15% of the city are vets, according to the last census, I believe.
I believe
That's pretty.
Harrison because I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
guys, you need
he's
a
usually.
statistic. That man knows it. I call him Elon Musk Jr. because he is on it. Um, there and speaking of Harrison Dunn, myself, Corey Check, Nate Ridner, we will be leaving tomorrow to go to state GOP. And this
Woo!
will be a good one, guys and girls. At that state GOP meeting, our great our great senator will be there, Dan Laughlin. Everybody knows him. We all love him. He's always accessible if you need something. And our wonderful county executive, Brenton Davis, will be there. There will be a vote on who our new state GOP chairman and vice chairman are. So this should be a very, very interesting meeting.
There,
And from what I understand, there'll be a few workshops going on. So whatever I learn, it's going to go in my ears, out my mouth, and into Brian's ears and out onto the show. So you guys
right.
will all be kept up to date on this.
Yeah, make sure you take a lot of pictures. That way we can put the pictures on the show next week.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the week after that, on the 15th, everybody, Brian will be a celebrity bartender at Roscoe's. So I expect everybody to come out and have Brian serve you.
Yeah, I mean
It'll
it.
be
Yeah, I, I
and that's for veterans, guys.
it
For
is.
veterans.
And Roscoe's is out here at Harbor Creek. It's the old skate lodge. If you don't know where it is, it's to the back, right nearest the tracks. So yeah, I think we still have the ad for that, don't we, Brenda? For the Roscoe's. There it is.
If not, we'll put it up on the Red Hats
Yeah,
chat
it's
or
there.
something. It's a great cause. Plus you get to have Brian serve you. So
I
that'll be a
know.
treat.
I know. And
And
then
then
the following night, where am I going to be?
you are going. No, that'll be the following week. No, the 18th. Da da da. Petition time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, February 23rd, I will be at the Sunflower Club for the Fallen Riders for their celebrity bartender.
Right, but I haven't gotten that far yet.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I
You
bet.
know, I love you just like as much as I love my products. So the 18th petition time. So we have ladies, we got guys and girls. We have to get petition signed for Bretton Davis. We have to get petition signed for Matt. Okay. So the county race, anybody in the county that's a registered Republican can sign Bretton's. And anybody can sign Matt. Matt needs 250. Any registered Republican in the city. Please make sure these people are registered Republicans because sometimes Democrats like to lie and say that they're Republican just to screw up the petition.
Yes, they do. They've been
We have
caught red-handed
some,
doing it.
right? We have anybody running for city council needs 100. They have to live in the city. They have to be a Republican. We have some very nice ladies running for city council, so they will most certainly be reaching out for help. I know I'll be asking for help, so please jump on board. You know, even if you only get 10 signatures, hey, it all adds up.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
and then the 22nd will the 19th will be the next day. The ladies Republican luncheon and Harry Morgan, who's running for supervisor Mill Creek, he will be the guest speaker. It'll be at the Singing Burger. It's always a very nice luncheon. Miss Bernie is always in charge of those. Everybody loves Miss Bernie. Come out and show some support. You know, it's always a very nice meal. I think Brian knows they'll start around noon.
Yeah, right on the nose. Yeah,
So, you know, and if you want to become a member of the Ladies Republican Party, it's $15 yearly. You know, it just goes towards a little extra things, you know. Please come out and support if you're able to. It's always a good time. Miss Bernie puts a lot of work into these. We always have a different speaker. It's once a month, you know, come on out, have some fun, show some love. Um, the 22nd will be the Lincoln Day breakfast at the Cockwood Club.
that's
It
right.
starts at 10:30. There'll be a lot of candidates there. It gives you a chance to come meet them, offer your support. The petitions will be there. From what I hear, it's a very, very nice spread. You know, they have pancakes, sausage, all kinds of stuff. It'll be buffet style. It's only $28 a person. You know, the ECRC is not only making like $2 or $3 a person, you know, and that pays to keep the lights on there and so forth. And you can register ahead of time through their website. So I encourage everybody to come out. And then the 23rd, da 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 da,
What's that?
that is when Brian will be celebrity bartender at the Sunflower Club.
Sorry, I jumped forward. I got excited.
It's okay. From 5 to 9. And listen, I used to be a member of Sunflower Club for years. It's a fun, fun place to go and hang out. I think the last time we were there was to see Senator Cotton, Brian.
I believe so. Yeah, it was Dave McCormick's little shindig, and that's where I got to do the Pledge of Allegiance for Senator McCormick. And then I just saw Senator Cotton on the news the other day. I was like, I know that guy. I have a picture with him.
Yes, you do. We got a lot
Yeah,
of pictures with him. Talk
nice
about a
guy.
really nice, down to earth guy.
Yeah, and just to let you know, it's even though it's the Republican ladies, men are also welcome. We're not that hung up on each other. Stan just typed in there, unfortunately, mom is passing on the torch to the Republican ladies luncheon due to some ongoing health issues. That's fine, Stan. Thank
Oh,
you for putting
that's
that in
fine.
there, and of course, we'll keep her in our prayers as always.
Always, you know, I love Miss Bernie. Miss Bernie is like, I think of her as the founder of the Republican Party in Erie. If you need to know something, you talk to Miss Bernie because she's like the walking encyclopedia. So I mean,
Yes, she
Dan,
is.
give your mom a big hug and kiss from me because you know I absolutely I adore that woman
Right.
like nobody's business, and I don't like anybody. So if I say I love her, you know she's a good person. And then the last event we have for February is the 28th, guys and girls. It's a Friday. That will be my campaign kickoff event at Calamari's. That's a Friday evening, the
Yay.
28th at 6 o'clock. Come
Woo.
on out, have a few cocktails, have a few snacks. Come on out. We're going to have a good time. Pick up some petitions if you're willing to for me. I would really appreciate it. Even if all you got were 10, 10 people each getting 10 signatures, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Because I'll tell you what, this race, I'm going to win. I'm going to take Jasmine out. I'm telling you that right now, because you know what? We are going to we're going to do like Doge. We're going to uncover all the corruption going on. We are going to give Brenton Davis the tools he needs to win his race. And we are going to fight, 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 just like President Trump says, you know? So with that, that's the end of my report, Brian.
Thank you. We appreciate your report live from boots on the ground on the west side of town. Dave does the east side of town. So
I love Dave. We got to
Yeah.
get the East and West, and we're going to win all these races. I'm telling you right now, we're going to work as a giant group. And you know what, guys and girls, I can't thank you enough for saving our country, for saving our county. You know, every day I turn on the TV, it's like, Merry Christmas. Thank you, President Trump. You know, he signed that executive order today. No more men in girls' sports.
what a concept. Why is this even a thing? It shouldn't even be on his desk. It's common sense, but oh my God, I forgot. We're not allowed to have that.
No,
Hey,
we're
Mark.
not. We're not, you
Jeff.
know, but it was a wonderful thing. And I just love the way the Democrats are losing their ever loving mind. That's just frosting on this big old Christmas cake. I'm telling you what. So, but thank you all for all of your hard work. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Brian and Brenda, for doing the show.
We do it for you
It's
guys. It's not for
wonderful.
us. It's for us, we the people. And a matter of fact, we talk about Bernie. She shows up. It says keep up the good work. So she's here with us tonight. Yeah.
Well, I love you, Miss Bernie. Now you're listening. I love you, love you, love you. Get better soon. You
Yeah.
know, it's just not the same without you seeing your beautiful face. And I just love her hug. She gives the world's best hug. So everybody stay safe, stay happy, and get out there, and we can start getting people registered to vote whenever you want.
Yeah.
Remember, go to vote4pa.com. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, Kim. We appreciate it. You know, and that's it. When you guys be very careful with these petitions, make sure you're signing the right petition. Make sure you live in their district. Cause like, you know, I can only speak from when I was on county council. You know, you had to be in this district. If you live in the city of Erie, you can't sign Kim's. If you live in the city of Erie, if you live in Harbor Creek or whatever, you can't sign Matt's. But if you live in the city, you can sign Matt, you can sign Kim, you can sign Tina's. Tina, I'm sorry, I wasn't snubbing you. We just had a lot going on. Thanks for coming in. Tina's also running for city council. Also, you get me a yard sign image, and I'll be boop. I can put it up in the corner like I did with Kim and Matt. Ever gets me one, but he's a busy boy. He has to go play lieutenant, and, you know, and go protect us. Make sure we're safe at night. But we appreciate that. So yeah, there's our usual reports from Dave and Kim live from boots on the ground in the city of Erie. So Kim, sorry, Brenda, would you throw up a video if you got one, please?
I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than 8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The Doge team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole of government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on, do these receipts serve the interests of the American people? Is this a good use of the American taxpayers' money? If it is not, that funding will no longer be sent abroad, and American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort. Thank you.
And you wonder why they hate Dodge so much. And they wonder why they hate Elon Musk so much. It's so funny to watch these Democratic Congress and senators just absolutely having a mind meltdown. I mean, it's like, pardon this one, it's like popping a zit. They're so pissed off about this stuff, about women. You know, men can't compete in women's sports. We're not going to send $50 million for condoms for some godforsaken country. We're not going to do a Sesame Street in some country that hates us. This is exactly why, you know, yeah, ouch, political. Yeah, I know. Ooh, and they're in the room, and she didn't even blink an eye, man. She's like, yeah, we're coming after you because that's baloney that we're paying $8 million for that. Ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, this is why they're mad. That's why you know, Chucky Schumer out there holding his avocado and a Corona beer about all these tariffs, and those tariffs only were in the news cycle about not even a week, and the El Presidente of El Mexico, she took a knee, and then the guy that I resign, Trudeau, he took the knee because you will play ball. We are not Joe Biden. We are not going to take the knee. We are supposed to be the most powerful country in the world. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. Our Constitution sometimes is right on the money and sometimes it's not. But that's why we change it. That's why it's a living, breathing document. It's not, and we've been fighting for that for years. So it's an issue of, this is the money that they've been pissing away for forever, because it's just the way it is. No, we can't afford it anymore. And that's exactly why Trump got reelected. People are going to, it's just like on my sign. What does it say? We won. Get over it. But that was good timing. Look, I couldn't have even timed that any better. But, and that's the problem. We had to deal with Barack Obama for two terms. And then we had to deal with Sniffy Joe. Why are you playing the intro song again for, Brenda? Oops. I was like, is it time to go? Oh my God, are you kicking me off? No, I thought that's okay. But these are the issues that why we hired the people.
Sorry, my computer is lagging and it just hit the wrong button.
It's okay. Well, hopefully we'll get that fixed here. But yeah, so if you have a video you want to put up, that's great. We got some great stuff. The border crisis. It's nice to go online and watch the live video feeds of them building that amazing fence. Is it perfect? No. Are they going to be able to do some shenanigans? Yes. But we're going to slow them down and we're going to catch them. Now that they're putting troops on the border down south in Mexico and the U.S., we'll see how that works out for them. But it's fun to go online and watch them build that fence after Joe Biden tried to sell it, the material for our fence that we paid for. And of course, thank you, Governor of Texas, for taking that. So yeah, Trump is a master of negotiation. Oh, absolutely, I get it. So yeah, if we got another video, go ahead whenever you're ready. It's good. Yeah, we're working on that, Lance.
I'm gonna play 2 of them back to back.
That's fine. Thank you.
We are going to fight it legislatively. We are going to fight it in the courts. And we're going to fight it in the streets.
We saw the minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries, already go out and tell his constituents, his friends, you have to fight like heck in the street to stop President Trump's agenda.
Yeah, these people remind me sometimes of the folks that were still fighting World War II in an isolated island like 30 years later. The American people have spoken. They are sick of the ridiculous performative politics. They want Americans, their leadership, Democrats and Republicans, to come together and actually get some things done. You don't have to agree with us on everything. Of course, if you're a Democrat, I'm sure you're going to vote a lot against what we're trying to do. But for Hakeem Jeffries to go out and say that you need to fight in the streets, it's dangerous. It's disgraceful rhetoric.
USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization.
We are going to fight it legislatively. We are going to fight it in the courts. And we're going to fight it in the streets.
Yeah. So that was the leader of the minority party, the Democrats. And of course, what would you expect when you have Maxine Waters and her, I don't know, group of thugs out there publicly promoting violence? You Republicans, you Republicans, you Republicans. No, you Democrats have been openly calling for violence for the last couple years. We've played that we've played that video several times on this show just to emphasize These are Democrats that are pushing this country to violence. But you guys with January 6th, yeah, we're going to get the bottom of that one real fast too. I don't agree what transpired that day, any way, shape, or form. I get it, but there's more to the story than meets the eye. And now that we've got, hopefully, cash in there, we will get the bottom of this one way or the other. And I have a sneaky suspicion. Well, we already know that evidence has been shredded. We've known evidence has been erased. We've know evidence has been, doctored. So we get that. But Maxine Waters and the gang have been promoting. If you see these people in a restaurant, you get in their faces. I could take him out to behind the woodshed. Joe, you couldn't even find the woodshed, let alone take somebody out there to the woodshed. The price of running for government is outrageous. Oh, absolutely. And that's why these Democrats are smoking mad that they're up there. It's a threat to democracy. Elon Musk wasn't elected. No, but his boss was. So that means, under their philosophy, nobody in the federal government is allowed to do anything because they weren't elected. You clowns were elected and you can't do your jobs. So that's kind of funny. Ha ha ha, funny, which I always say when they're pointing a finger at you, they got three pointing right back at them. And this is what the party of tolerance and joy is, nothing but hate, lies, and deception. It sucks that we have to be this forward about it, but it's all right there. What party burned targets down? What party basically just held corporate America ransom during Black Lives Matter? And if you don't give us money and you don't buy us this, that, you're a racist. And what does the leader do? She ends up with several houses in Los Angeles. Oops. Lost them in the fire. I'm not saying God would do that on purpose, but I'm just thinking maybe he wasn't very happy about that situation. And but the point is, here you've got the Democrats on record again promoting violence, promoting it. We need to take it to the streets. And look what's going on in Texas and Los Angeles. Look what's going on with, I got to think this 1 second before I say it. You have people coming from Mexico to live here. Our government is deporting the criminals and the violent offenders back to Mexico. So they're burning the American flag and waving the Mexican flag on U.S. soil. I've been trying. I've had a couple cups of coffee, sitting over breakfast, just watching the news, trying to figure stuff out. I cannot wrap my head around this one any way, shape, or form. I wish someone could call me and explain it to me, because it makes no sense. You come to this country because you hate your shitty country. But then when you're here, you don't like it when we deport illegals, criminals back, and then you burn the American flag and fly your Mexican flag? Mind blowing. Harrison Dunn doesn't compute. Yeah. I watched the video the other day. It made me disgusted. It was disgusting. The guy had a really long flagpole. He had an American flag at the very top. They had a Trump flag below it. They literally attacked this man and ripped those flags from him. And the person grabbed the American flag and threw it. Well, I don't know if it was a security officer, a police officer, or whatever. He went over and picked the flag up. So to that police officer, thank you, because you're outnumbered. There was only a handful of cops there, and hands were tied. It's an invasion, man. It is literally an invasion where you come here and fly your country's flag. I saw a video on TikTok. They were at some building. They took down the American flag and put the Mexican flag up. Now, you imagine Harrison, myself, Kim, Lance, Jeff, Matt, if we all took a ride down to Tijuana, we went down to one of their state buildings, we took down the Mexican flag and put up an American flag, you know what they would do to us? They'd probably shoot us right on our right where we stood, and our bodies would be buried somewhere or thrown in the ocean. I just don't understand this. You want to come here because your country sucks, but then you burn our flag and put up your flag. Well, that was really our territory first. That was really Listen, man, let it go. Man, that'd been great if it said, "Oh, we won. Get over it." I should put the theme from Frozen. Let it go, let it go. I can't sing. I'm not even gonna try it. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Matt. I don't think I'd want to go to a Mexican prison. No, thank you. Federalists would not be happy. Nor the cartels. There was a story that they are going to arm drones and drop them on our soldiers and our border patrolmen. That's their newest tactic. Well, they saw what the Ukrainians are doing, so like, hey man, we can do that too. Go ahead and put up your Chinese-made drone. One soldier gets injured or killed down there on this deployment, we will show you what drones are. They might want to Google up what a Reaper drone does. You could be standing in your house and all of a sudden you're not, because that Reaper drone was miles away, and in some young airman sitting in a cargo container wherever they are is playing a video game with your life. So go ahead. And I guarantee you, if they really truly think that Donald Trump is going to play with them, if one soldier, one border patrolman, one Marine gets hurt down on that border by a drone strike, that they will be introduced to the Reaper drones. I would not put it past them. They think that this guy is bluffing. They should have learned from the first 4 years. He doesn't bluff. Guantanamo Bay is waiting. I didn't realize how many beds they have down there. Yeah, Air Force is already active over Mexican airspace. Oh, Harrison, you're absolutely right, man. They watch everything. They watch everything we do. We're boring, but don't think they're not watching the cartels? And the minute that drone goes up, they're going to know it. And I hope our Reapers have a way to do air to air. I'm assuming, but yeah. So yeah. Other than that, man, it's just I'm gonna tell on myself today. Brendan and I were watching TV, and all of a sudden I'm like, I need a little nap. I took that little nap because I am so tired of winning. I'm exhausted of winning, and watching the Democrats melt down where they stand, and they're back to their old playbooks. Oh, it's a threat to democracy. I watched the video. I don't know if Brenda grabbed it or not. It was a video from the Democrat National Committee trying to come together, have a meeting, and elect a chairman and vice chair. Now, of course, they talked about all the DEI and all the regulations. You have to be transgender on the 3rd week of the 6th month after the blue moon of the harvest moon to be qualified to be chairman or vice chair of the Democrat Party. And I get that. All right, the guy reading the notes couldn't follow his own notes. That's how complicated their rules are on who the chairman is and the vice chair. And they had these black women come up and excuse me, a black woman speaking. I demand you guys listen to me. I'm a black woman. I need to be heard. Okay. Whoa. The chairman of the Democrat Party is white man. vice chair is a white man. So to watch this video of them going through the rules on how this all works and how they're supposed to elect people with transgender and people of color and all this stuff. I I was just absolutely. I had to watch it a couple times because I couldn't follow it. I just could not follow it. And then they elected two white men after all the hours of what was their little line dance they were doing? The Macarena or something. They're in a work session, so they're doing line dancing. Hey, whatever, man, get up, stretch your legs. I totally get it. We have the YMCA with the president. They wanted their own little victory dance. I get that. Kim Hunter, I that was hilarious. Yeah, and then I'm sorry, I forget the kid's name. The vice chair, he was oh, what is his name? Hey, Don, what's the vice chair's name? The kid was in, there was a school shooting at his school. He wasn't at school that day. And then when he found out about the school, he rode his bicycle to the school, and of course he got on the camera. He's been pro Democrat, anti gun, blah 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 blah. So he was up there doing the fist, and everything, and his demands are the NRA should be declared a terrorist organization and shut down. ICE should be shut down. Uh, defund the police. Defund the police. Uh, and of course, the Fox reporter doing the story was like, have uh, have the Democrats not learned one lesson why they lost? Because people don't want the police defunded. They like nice, safe streets. ICE is not going anywhere because we have rules and we have laws on how you come to this country, and they will be enforced. If not, you're going to be deported. India, they're smoking mad. They got their first plane load of folks that had been in hot water that we took right to India. Smoking mad about that one. The NRA is not going anywhere, people. You do not understand. You Democrats can stand there and you can pound on the desk and you can put your fists up in the air all day. The NRA is going nowhere. It's just that yeah, Hodge. That's right. Pretend to be at the shooting and literally didn't take on the camera several takes. Think he was Parkland. It looks like a little Hitler youth. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And this kid has been on the TV. What was it? He tried to go to college, but didn't have the grades, didn't have the money. But then they rewrote his application that he was a survivor of a school shooting. They bent the rules. He got into college, indoctrinated into the Democrat Party, and now he is the vice chair of the Democrat Party. Defund the police, get rid of ICE, NRA are terrorists, and DEI all the way. And he's a white guy. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make it up. Fact check me, please. I know my haters out there. They love the satire. Pages with Brett and Davis and I. We get that. Yeah, David Hodge. Thanks. See, Harrison, I knew you would have that. Yeah, he's 24 years old, and that's fine. I have no problem with his age. No really life experience. Never really had a job. Never had to do anything. But it's just an issue of, he is just another Democrat cult member that's fallen right into line. And I'm shocked that he got elected. Shocked. I figured with the way politics are, I figured Democrats would take a little bit, kind of bring that back a little bit towards the center a little bit, like Fetterman has done, brought that needle back a little bit. Like, what? You voted for Republicans? Man, buddy, you're in a lot of trouble with your Democrat Party. They're not going to support you next run around. I still don't trust him. He's still a Democrat. He endorsed Kamala Harris, so don't buy into his baloney. Tina, you're absolutely right. Hodge is a poser. He is. His whole life's a scam. He might have known some people that were killed that day tragically, and I take it with a grain of salt. But he wasn't even there at the shooting. He rode his bike in there and is rode the backs of those poor victims. That's disgusting, actually. Yeah, here's my thoughts. Be honest, very happy for them. Yeah. So, Brenda, you got another video? I know we do. Keep the show clipping along. If you want to call in, 814-873-3612. The ads coming up there. We've got, we programmed the sign again. If you want to make a donation, we would greatly appreciate it. That it keeps the lights on and, getting stuff that we need, because
USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you.
Caroline, thank you. I don't want to be paying for this crap. I mean, that's why she got picked for that job, because she's not going to pull a punch. She don't think she's just this short little cute blonde that you're going to roll her over. Yeah, that ain't happening. So we get that. So yeah, let's see. Any good comments in here? Endorsement. I'll be honest. Yeah, but then I tried 3 to 4 weeks. They made it in 30 days. Gotcha. So other than that, oh, hey, Mark Tuttle, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Yeah, Stan Fetterman still amazes me. Hope, springs. I know. Stan, you're right. I agree with you 100%. He's done some reasonable voting. His stances have been very reasonable lately. He's not that, far left guy. He has come back to the center. I mean, of course, the internet's been saying that they want to run him for president. No, I'm not thinking that's a great idea. I'm just saying no. Why? Yeah, why are we even funding? Because this is a slush fund. This is a political. One of these guys in the deep web was talking about this. He goes, "This thing was originally started up from the CIA. So when they needed money, they could come up with a Sesame Street project in Timbuktu for $5 million, and it was just a slush fund for them. So that's how this deep guy, he's been kicked off the internet several times because his stuff is really left. But if you think about it, it's like, well, how can you and me, check that this play was done in Ireland? I don't know. I've never been to Ireland. That's some of my ancestry gets kind of tagged back into Ireland, but I think you're right. Brenda always says Fetterman is like a computer. He had a stroke. He had recovered. It's like your computer. Sometimes you gotta shut it down, wait a little bit, bring it back on, and it reboots. And I think that's what happened with Fetterman. He came back a little bit normal. But I don't trust him. He's still a Democrat operative, and he had no problem being on the stage with Kamala Harris. So just remember that. Now, he has gotten helped some of our folks across the line on these hearings, which is good. And Trump had him down to Florida to have a conversation and say, hey, what can I do to help you, to help me? The art of the deal. And that's pretty yeah, to launder money. That's true too. That is the gospel. So yeah, other than that, Brenda, if you don't have any more videos and we don't have any more callers, we're going to go ahead and we can get ready to bring it in for a landing.
US,
I know.
If you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah, I want to play that one again because that's a short but good
In the
one.
U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right.
But
Exactly.
if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
Do you have any
very
videos
simply,
from
you can leave.
the,
You can.
the shenanigans with all the protesters? I wasn't sure. We talked about some videos. We talked a lot about videos. What kind of videos do you have about the protests going on in Texas and Los Angeles? Let me put my shock face on.
I do not.
Oh, sorry. I know they're tough when I put them up. Sometimes you can get them, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, I couldn't get them.
Oh, that's
And
okay.
then I ran out of time trying to find more.
Yeah. Did we get that the artwork up? Where did that artwork go? The one Mexican guy holding a flag. Chat. Art. Oh yeah. This pretty much sums it up right here. I don't get it. I get the artwork. I get what they're saying here, but it makes no sense. Illegal aliens protesting in America. We're not going back as they burn the American flag. Well, senor, I think that might be an error. Just saying. Here's some more artwork I found that I thought was funny. The Gulf of Liberal Tears. I think that is absolutely the gospel. Oh, they just make it so easy. Make it so easy. Well, here's a picture. Now we've heard a lot about Bretton Davis. The Democrats are all ready to pile on him on what he doesn't done, what he can't do, what he should do. His hair's too short, his hair's too long, blah 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 blah. This is one of the tiny houses that were delivered today. They delivered it to the Crawford County Tech School, I believe, and that's where the students are going to come up. The draftsmen are going to draft the plans up. Electricians are going to do the electrical work. The plumbers are going to do the plumbing. Heating guys are going to do the heating things. So that's what they look like, And of course, people are pissing and moaning about it. But when I was on county council, we put $2 million in a restricted fund for the homeless. We did, because I wasn't transparent enough, but here's the little houses. They're not quite so little. I mean, when he said little house, I meant little house, and I saw him do a video and walk through it. But I believe on the radio show the other day, he said this was like number 7 they've gotten done. So this is what they look like. They're being delivered. This is not a pie in the sky bullshit project that they're going to sit around and talk about for 6 months. There they are. They're delivered. They will be furnished, not furnished, but they will put the hardware in there. They will get these things delivered in Erie. They will get them set. What has the city of Erie done for their homeless problem? What have they done? What has city council done for their homeless problem? County council, we put too money. I personally signed that off. Made that put in a restricted account, $2 million to help the homeless. Bretton Davis opened up the county facility there for the homeless. Now he's getting these buildings built. Not the city of Erie, but the only thing that kind of irritates, I got to be honest, the only thing that kind of irritates me about this project is they're going into the city of Erie. So county tax dollars, again, supporting the city of Erie. The city of Erie should be standing in line with a checkbook. They've got, I don't know, millions of dollars in assets in the reserve fund. Why aren't they writing a check to help pay for these? No, it's Brenton Davis, the county executive, that's putting this project together. And I'm already on the list to go help. I said, listen, whatever you need, I'm not a carpenter. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber. I got tools and I will travel. Whatever you need done, you call me. I'll clear my calendar and we'll go down there. And when they come to Erie and they need worked on, I'm there because this is such a good project. And I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I don't care. It's a good project, but the naysayers, of course, the classic Democrats will pick it apart. Oh, the windows are too small. The doors are wrong color. Why did they use that kind of roof? They will pick it apart just because it's a Bretton Davis idea. He took the idea, and there they are, being delivered. Not some bullshit. Let's talk about it. Let's put a committee together. Let's get the architects. Let's do a study. Let's hire these people to come in and do $100,000 study on the impact of these things. No, let's build them. People are struggling. Let's get it done. Like Breton always says, let's get to work. But here we are, Erie doing Erie stuff, and these are going in the city of Erie. They're going to the city of Erie to help the Erie homeless problem, not the Harbor Creek homeless problem, not the Mill Creek homeless problem, not the Summit problem. I don't know if they will be letting people apply for these. I don't know. I haven't got that. I haven't talked to Brenton in that detail how they're going to get this. I'm assuming there's a plan for this already, but it's just an amazing project. He posted that the other day. Yeah, Lance. Lance puts up there, Chuck Nelson will throw rocks. Literally, like he did when he got mad about people speeding. I talked to an Erie cop, and they were actually going to go pinch him for that. They really were. They don't like him. The city council has done nothing but defund, hate the cops. We're not replacing you. We hate you. So when this story came out, the Erie cops, I won't give any names, were on their way to go get Chucky for this project. Well, somebody had tipped the news off, and they tipped off Chuck Nelson. Chuck Nelson went down there and cleaned it up. He was that close to get. The cops wanted to arrest him because that's a crime, and then they said, well, this is a state highway, so they had PSP involved. But by the time they got there, Chucky had already cleaned it up. So, Jasmine has $10,000. Maybe she can buy one. Hey, that's a great idea, Kim. Maybe she could sponsor him, the Jasmine shelter. She's about herself. Don't you think for 1 second that she would do something like that? She got her $10,000 from for being a city councilman, and that's how that card's going to play out. But yeah, I saw that picture. So I asked Brenda, could you please put that up there, because that way we can look at it. Where'd it go? Boop. I think, did I have another one, or is it the same one? Oh, it's the same picture. But yeah, so again, Erie doing Erie stuff, which hasn't done everything, but then they walk around like their shit doesn't stink, like they own the place. But when they have real problems, who comes and fix it? The county executive. I didn't see Perry Wood down there. I didn't see Chuck Nelson down there. I didn't see Jasmine down there. I don't see anybody doing anything for this project other than, I don't know, the county people taking care of the city. And, we have to take care of the county. And, that's with this whole, Brent was talking about the gap funding that we put together. The gap funding is exactly that. It helps these small communities with projects. The county has been so neglected for years from county council and county government. They just pay in. They pay in, and Kathy Dalkemper and her Democrat Gestapo team basically just handed money out to the city. You could see Kathy Dalkemper basically walking and skipping through the park with Mayor Joe, coming up with the new hot plans, how to put more county tax dollars in the city of Erie. No, it is for the county. And, I did my best. I had 4 good years. We had a lot of good projects. We did. We changed the direction for the veterans. We changed the direction for Erie County. The gap funding we put together, Project Resolve we put together, and of course the Democrat favorite one, Project Neptune. Woo! I can't wait. They've already moved stuff around. Temporary walls will be going up here soon. It's a done deal. The wind has taken down all the support the library. I saw El Capitan Mary Rennie of the Rennie Raiders at a city council meeting via video, Still on there about that. I'm still waiting for her announcement. I'm still waiting for her announcement for county executive. I'm still waiting on that. There's two I'm waiting on. I can't believe I haven't believed it off. Is Carl Anderson? I heard that rumor. I think this is his third time. Well, it's what Joe Biden did. He did 3 times before he got elected. So hey, maybe Carl's got a shot. And El Capitan, Mary Rennie of the Rennie Raiders. I heard she's going to throw her hat in the ring for county executive. Do some digging on that person. Lord, I cry. But other than that, it's been fun. It's just a little over an hour. Last call for if you want to make a quick call or anything. The fish tank broke. Fish tank broke. A lot of yeah. Gotcha. I caught some flack from Kathy when I spoke in favor of Neptune. Of course, because the Democrats don't want it, Matt. They don't want it. That's their library. It's our library. That when I sat there in council wanting to gouge my ears out, having to listen to 3 hours of library, the same thing over and over and over again. That's why they got mad when I invoked the rules of council and made them pick a leader, and everybody else that was not the leader was asked to leave. Oh, boy, they were mad about that one. It's the rules. My Democrat-controlled solicitor was sitting in the front row. He's the one that gave me the cheat sheet and how to say it, so I just go by the rules. Fred should run for... no, thanks, Lance. Now you're just being mean. But other than that, I think, Brenda, we're going to go ahead and bring this thing in for a landing. There's a lot of things going on. You can catch a lot of it on Kim's social media, my social media. Tina's got her social media up and running. Matt, we need to talk about your social media. You need to get that together. Woo! Yeah. You're going to have to give me a sign. That way I can put some artwork up here for you. We can get you to call in next show. And we got to get you officially announced. That way you can get yourself on the news. So other than that, Brenda, you want to put that outro video up, and we'll bring this thing in for a landing.
Things were gone. I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it! God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love
everybody. Thanks for coming out Wednesday night, sharing this kind of chilly evening. I appreciate it. A special thank you to my lovely wife, Brenda, for keeping the show together, putting the videos together, keeping me on track, sending me messages when I'm talking too long. I want to thank Dave and Kim for our boots on the ground reports. Matt, thank you for the videos. Matt, you should call in and you could be one of our another Erie boots on the ground reporter. We would love to have you. But thanks again. Let's be safe out there, everybody. And God bless USA. And like we say, Shank out.